evening, everybody. And I've got to tell you, only at Stuyvesant did a 4-year-old kid come up and called me Budget Santa. I'm trying to tell everyone I'm the helper. I lost about 100 and I'm clean shaven. That said, after we read 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, we have a special treat. So as a tradition of our community, we have the Stuytown Peter Cooper Village version of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through Stuyvesant Town and Peter Cooper Village, not a creature was stirring, not even a squirrel. The stockings were hung by the radiator with care in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were all nestled in their apartment-sized beds as visions of Rowies at Stuytown, their pasta and pizza danced in their heads, and Mama in her aloe vera facial mask, and I in my Peter Stuyvesant Little League cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap when out on the oval there arose such a clatter. I quietly, on carpeted floors, sprang to see what was the matter. Away to the window, I flew like a flash. I snapped up the shade and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear, other than the public safety officer, but a miniature ride share, sleigh, and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver, so lively and quick I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than Stuytown squirrels, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blixen, to the rooftops, but watch out for the solar panels, Santa, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all, as dry leaves before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky. So up to Stuytown's and Peter Cooper's rooftop, the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I carefully drew in my head, because the windows don't open very far, I know, and was turning around down the elevator, St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur. Faux fur, of course, no animal was harmed in the dressing of Santa, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot, which we all know is an exaggeration because the porters do an awesome job in cleaning the buildings. A bundle of toys was flung on his back, and he looked like a street vendor from Union Square just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry, and no, he wasn't drinking at Molly's. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of his e-pipe he held tight in his teeth. Kids, Santa is trying to quit smoking, don't ever start. And the vape, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly. But by the way, Santa's been working out too, we'll see how that goes. That shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, but again, losing weight. A right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of an eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside his nose, and giving a nod out the door, up the elevator, he rose. He sprung to his ride. To his team, he gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas, Stuytown and Peter Cooper Village, and to all New York City, a good night." So with that, where'd the goosettes go? I want to introduce, as we are about ready to light the tree, the goosettes are going to introduce our very special guest. And as well, we'd like to bring up to the stage Michael, Amy, Ava, and Mike Jr. of Peter Cooper Village, who will assist us in lighting the tree this year. But first, before that, the goosettes are going to tip everyone off as to who is about to come up behind us.
Great. All right, friends.
Who do you think is coming?
Who do you guys think is coming?
The Easter Bunny.
No.
Right? The Tooth Fairy.
No. Who's coming? One more time, who's coming? Are you guys going to sing with us?
Santa.
All right, let's do it. Here you go. We can't hear you guys.
He's singing a list, checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming down. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
I think he's over there. Do you see what I see, friends?
He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Santa has a very special truck.
See?
You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming You better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Oh my gosh, look at all of you. Thank you all for coming. Wonderful, wonderful music. Thank you. So I guess we're here to light a tree.
All right, Santa. Are we ready? Mikey Jr., right behind the bass player there. All right, everybody, we're going to count down from 5. We got to wait for Mikey Jr. to get up here. Ava?
Okay, now I want everybody to count along. Because we don't do this by ourselves. Ready?
All right, camera's ready. You got it, Robert? All right, Stuytown, Peter Cooper Village, let's count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy holidays!
Alright, this is one you definitely all know, so I want to hear everybody sing along with your beautiful, beautiful voices that I know that you have. I heard you before, it was lovely.
The snow, horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go.
That's it. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.